welcome to another episode of Another in the Fire. Thank you guys for coming back for another episode. We're going to continue going deep, continue to unravel, continue to open up, because I know not only we go through this, but I know you guys go through it as well. Mm-hmm. So today's topic, ladies, we're going to talk about when disappointment hits, how do we keep on going? You know, but before we get started,
I'm like, I brought all my notes, y'all.
Pages of disappointment.
Before we get started, we're going to go ahead and tell us about your week. Ladies?
So, today I avoided texting y'all to tell y'all because I wanted to save it just for this. But at work, I was, like you pass by a mirror check, like, okay, everything's good. I'm all put together. Let's keep working. I noticed that I have like more gray hair right here.
Oh my gosh.
Than average.
Talk about it.
No, I have 2 gray hairs. I count them. I check them. There's still only 2 up here, and I'm convinced that I only got them when I got married. And
cut the footage already. We're talking.
No. So today I was like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like they're just like out, and I don't know where they came from. I don't know.
She's seriously talking about it. Look at me.
It really I almost cried because I was like, I'm almost 40.
Yeah.
And they're here and they're making their appearance. And I have not told anybody. I didn't text anybody. I was really sad. I didn't even tell my husband. Sad. This is the first time he's going to hear about it. But I was like, where did these come from? How are you?
It's like a whole life
You don't
transition.
even go here.
Yeah. You don't belong here.
Oh, so that did happen to me today, and it was sad.
Yeah, wait until you can't even count them.
Angie.
Well,
it's coming.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to piggyback off of that.
Oh my gosh.
Are you kidding me? We do everything together.
Everything together.
No, I would say that it's been a kind of like a tough realization kind of week, and just, some hot flashes have been coming, and not only hot flashes, but I haven't been feeling myself lately. Like, I feel like I'm lacking energy. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure myself out.
It's just off.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So
your sleep pattern has been off.
Yes. Like it's been weird. My body's been changing, and as much as I don't want to recognize it, I'm in my mid-30s. But I heard that you can get what did I tell y'all?
Perimenopause. Perimenopause.
Okay, perimenopause. And I was reading all the symptoms. Like, out of 20, I have 18. So
that's not funny.
So, but I was worried. I was really worried, thinking something was wrong with me. I'm like, what is happening? Like, I need blood work done, which I did get blood work done, and there was stuff I can work on, but it came back normal. And then I realized that that's what I think it is. I'm getting that.
But can't they tell your hormonal levels from your blood work?
So my OB sent me to a PCP. He sent me to another doctor, so I have that next week.
Oh, okay.
So I want them to run all my blood work.
They probably already know, and they're preparing you to have a regular doctor
to tell you that you're getting older.
Yeah.
Wiser.
I'm sorry, friend, but I think they're setting you up to tell you the news.
But you know what? I was so out of it, because I was trying to, brain fog is one of them that is really taking the turn on me. I was just like, oh my God, why do I have to keep on going back to my notes? Stuff like that. But that's the one that affected me the most, the brain fog. But now that I know what it can possibly be, because I'm self-diagnosing myself, I'm not, it hasn't been confirmed.
I'm over here thinking, no, you're not in that. I think it's stress and a lack of sleep. You don't get enough sleep the way you used to.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're supposed to get 8 hours sleep, somebody told me. Well, I think a doctor told me.
I don't think
I saw somebody.
Somebody
sounds
did.
important.
I think it was a doctor.
I don't think I've ever had 8 hours sleep. It's always been 6.
Yeah.
I don't know. When I met you, you used to go to bed at 9.
Yeah, because you would get up early.
You too.
Yeah.
You
But
could go to
still,
bed.
even
See what y'all are doing to
9,
me.
10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, I was having, you were right. Yeah. I'm like,
And
watch
stress.
it.
I really think stress can add a lot of things. And it's like a silent killer, so you think it's one thing and it's really not. It's just stress.
Yeah, so I'm not calling it over my life, but I have like some peace of mind knowing I'm all like, okay, I'm not.
You're not
No,
crazy.
you're not crazy.
I'm not crazy.
Something's
yeah,
going on.
basically.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now I kind of like, I don't know. So that's been my week. I guess it's a low and a high because like low because I'm going through all these symptoms, but high because I self-diagnosed myself and I'm
We're figuring it out.
Yeah. Yeah.
it's coming together and I have an appointment, ladies. I have
Get
an
your
appointment.
I like
Yeah.
that we're talking about this because if you have stuff going on, please go see the doctor.
Yes.
Go see a therapist. Like whatever you gotta do, take care of you, boo.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't self-diagnose.
Yeah.
I think that don't go on Google. Don't.
Oh yeah.
The
No.
worst thing you can do.
Yeah, but I would say that it is important I always say health is wealth. So let's be wealthy and take care of ourselves because
Yeah.
honestly, like we get so busy with everybody else, like kids, husband, work, whatever, that we forget about ourselves.
Yes, and it does take a toll on you, and it does catch up with you. So
Yeah.
if you're in your 20s and 30s and you think you're good, it will catch up with you.
Yeah,
and then in your
just
40s, like, damn, I'm not good anymore.
And you have gray hair and you want to cry in the bathroom at work.
Yeah. So for somebody who can't count her gray hair anymore, and somebody who really is in perimenopause, thanks, guys. I'm great. I'm used to it.
She's like, I'm having a great week now hearing
waiting,
y'all.
I'm waiting for my daughter to do my due, and we're good. I'm used to the hot flashes and not sleeping and all the stuff. Yeah, cortisone levels, hormonal levels, all that.
no.
So yeah, welcome to my world. But I still got like 10, 15 years on y'all. So stop complaining.
All right.
I don't think that's what you're in. Anyways, my high was I went to a concert. And I had a great time. We got free tickets.
Nice.
And we got a free girl. And then we got to go into a suite.
I saw that. You had food and everything.
Girl, snacks and a concert are a girl's best friend. So I had a great time. It was good. Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, and I got to meet new people, and they were cool too. And yeah.
Wow.
Women who are actually in menopause.
So it gets more fun. Okay.
Okay, so
Embrace it, accept
Embrace it. Yes.
Keep going.
Yes. Make the life adjustment and keep going.
I saw a lot of people going to that concert, and I mean, it looked.
It was awesome.
Good.
It was so good.
I
Oh
heard
my
really
gosh,
good things
I loved
about it. So
It was so spirit-led and Christ-centered. It wasn't a regular concert, and I love to go to things like that, where they're concerts, but they're not concerts.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we can't wait till we get there so we can go to concerts and.
I can't wait till you invite
When
me.
you're, when I got the call, it was like the night before, and I was like, "Girl, say less. I'm already getting ready."
I already know my outfit, girl. Don't even.
I'm all like, where were we at?
Yeah. So, I have friends that are in 50s, guys. Yeah. Yes. I'm like, I can't take the little sisters.
Yeah. They're like, don't bring those kids.
Yeah.
Crying about gray hair and menopause.
I did ask her how many tickets she had. Not,
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, 2. It's cool.
It's okay.
I was all like, not kids. It's okay, call me kid.
Compared to 50 years old,
Yeah.
that's a 20-year difference for you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
25-year difference.
I think
Wait,
I'm 35 or about to be 35.
so I'm 12 years older than you. So 50 would be almost 20 years older than you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Could be her whole child.
Yes.
Not Angie.
Oh,
50.
the other lady.
She could actually be my child, too, if I was a teenage mom. Yeah, because there's like, that's crazy. We're not even talking about
That's a whole
me now.
other episode.
Now we're going into depression.
Yeah, no. Okay, so let's pivot back. I'm glad ladies
Disappointment.
that, I'm glad.
You thought you had a good week until.
Until the young ones start talking about things.
I'm like, that doesn't even phase her anymore. She's just like, these girls. Okay, so let's get started with today's episode. I know there's a point in time that I think it happens in life quite frequently. We get
Quite
disappointed
frequently,
In
yes.
so many different
in
ways.
so many ways, and we put expectations and they're not met, and we get disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so many levels. There's some things that you get disappointed with that are easily overcome, and then
Yeah.
some that are just not. They're deeply rooted.
Yeah, and then
I like this topic.
I think for some reason this topic was really like, because how do you, like, yes, you get disappointed, you really do get disappointed, but then how do you get out of it? How do you move forward and be able to forgive and be able to continue to having that relationship, continue going to work, continue.
Don't let it like fester and be bitter.
Yes.
And,
So like, cause I mean, marriage, kids, how many times have kids will disappoint us? You know, our own kids, you know, in our
Yes.
marriage, at work, you know, like, how many, it just I can list a ton of reasons when we feel disappointed. So I'm just kind of like, how do we get out of it? How do we move forward? So that's what we wanted to talk about today. You know, like.
So I just Googled disappoint. Just to be clear, we're going to talk about disappointment, and it means to fail to fulfill the expectations of. So let's stay on that. Expectations, unmet expectations.
well, these are half of my notes gone. But I think that is good because one time we were in marriage group and we talked about disappointment and setting expectations on our own that the other person doesn't know what we're expecting of them, whether it's marriage, friendship, work, whatever that is. And that was like an aha moment for me because I'm like, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointing myself. Like, this does not even have anything to do with them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm setting expectations that nobody knows about but me in my head.
Yes.
So that's a really good.
And then when they're not met, you get upset, and they're like, "Well, I didn't know you
Discouraged.
wanted it
Yeah.
that way."
So
Yeah, but like we
Nugget.
said, there's so many different levels. It could be job, friendships, marriage, children.
Yeah.
And then how deep does it go?
Yes. So, ladies,
like, I lost my
what
place.
is a recent where you felt really disappointed? You know, like what's a recent moment that really disappointed you, that made you like kind of realize, like, you know, that you felt let down? Because, you know,
Yeah.
I think they put this thing on us that, when I say a thing on us, it's because we are God-fearing women. We do serve the Lord. And, you know, like, people think that, oh, they'll forgive. Oh, that, you know, like.
Or they're strong enough to get over
Handle
it
it.
or handle it, as if we don't have feelings.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I hurt. I
Yeah.
mean, and then you start getting so, like, consumed, and if they continue doing it, and then another person does it, and then
Yes.
another person, then you're all alone because everybody disappointed you, and you don't want to talk to them anymore, and.
This is so good because earlier today, God was telling me there's a difference between being passive and being forgiving. And I was like, oh, this is good, God, because we're going to be talking about this. You know that.
yeah, teach me more.
So, what I heard him saying was being passive is letting someone get away with something over and over and over and not putting your foot down, like we talked about boundaries before.
Yeah.
And forgiveness is like really letting it go and accepting it and moving forward. Like, you don't have that feeling, or you don't harbor that situation against them or what they did. And so then when they do it again, you don't remember.
Yeah.
You don't add it. It's not stacking up against them.
Yeah.
That's real forgiveness. But being passive, you're stacking it up. You're pushing it down. You're
That's good.
letting it slide.
Yeah.
So there's a huge difference.
Yeah. And then they might do the slightest, smallest thing and you explode. Because that stack has gotten.
You've been disappointed so much now, you bite their head off, or you take it on somebody else. Which I'm going to tell on myself. This weekend.
So you're going first now. Recent disappointment.
Recently, extreme disappointment, and I feel like I can't really get too disappointed. Like, I've been through enough to understand, forgive, forget, move on.
Yeah.
You can't change people. You can't control things. So it's...
And not everything's going to go the way
Yeah.
I think it
Yes,
should go.
let it go. I can only do me, control me, and that's it.
Yeah.
So I don't get disappointed a lot. But when I do, I do. Like it hurts. Like you hurt me now. So that stacked onto other expectations of people in certain situations, it was kind of just like I was being passive.
Yeah.
And I kept thinking, okay, I'm dealing with it. I'm processing.
Yeah.
And I really wasn't. So a week went by, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't even know. I've already lost count. How many weeks I was being passive.
I was like, I don't know.
And I'm looking at you because I'm trying to think back.
Was it her that
Was it
disappointed
me?
you?
Am I the problem?
No. But I was trying to think back, like, how long have I really been passive?
Yeah.
Because I thought I was dealing with it. I thought I was processing, letting my emotions run their course, but I wasn't. And then I got to a place where I was just angry. Now I'm angry, and now everybody's going to get it.
Yeah.
And still getting it. I'm still getting it.
Everybody's still getting it.
Because this is recent, right?
Yeah.
I'm still, like, angry now. Yeah. And God was like, because you've been passive. I'm like, but I talked about it. I communicated. I expressed my feelings. I talked with God. I repented. I've done all the things, and I'm still being passive. And I'm like, how am I doing that, God?
Yeah.
Like, what? You need to show me.
You've done it for so long and unknowingly
I'm not even catching it.
that you don't realize that you're doing it.
Yeah. So now he's showing me I have to set boundaries in the disappointment, like immediate boundaries.
Yeah.
And so I'm still figuring
You
it
said
out.
passive. What was the other thing you compared it to?
Forgiveness.
Forgiveness. Okay.
Because forgiveness isn't just a one-time thing, and that's probably why you
Constant.
feel like I already did the things, I already did, and God has to remind us, like, okay, you forgave once, but forgiveness is a constant thing. It's an everyday, all the time. When that thought comes, when that person approaches, like, forgiveness is it's gonna take time. Like,
Yeah. So when I think back to it, I'm like, oh, so when he's showing me like days now, like you were passive with this, but you forgave this. So he's still taking me back to work it through, like, oh,
That's good.
I didn't think I needed to forgive that. I thought, okay, let them do what they do, or let them respond the way they respond, but I wasn't forgiving that response.
yeah,
So he's taking me back to that.
that's good.
Yeah. Recent disappointments. But that was a hurt disappointment, not a like, oh, you, I don't know, didn't call me.
Yeah, it was
I mean, I don't know. Yes, it was very emotional. Yeah.
On my end, I'm trying to think of like when it says like, what's your recent disappointment? And I'm just like, I think it was Casey when we were talking about like something like, what if it's somebody, like, because normally I think I'm used to people, I don't put expectations on people like not in my circle. I don't want to put it like that. Like, I don't put expectations on people. I would say like, I don't know how to explain it, but I do like.
Depends on how close the person
Yes.
is to you.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's what I'm trying to go.
Yeah.
So
you know,
then
like, it
other
depends.
people can't disappoint you.
Yeah,
so
it's
that's
like
like
it
a
doesn't-
defense thing.
Yeah.
Yes, it probably is. Like,
Because
it's a difference.
expect your people that are close to you to treat you right.
Yeah, and my circle is very small, and this is including like my family, my friends, and my husband, my kids. Like, you know, like, but when it comes down to if it's in your circle, those people that disappoint you, you know, like that. You can't cut them off, but you can't, like, you feel disappointed. And then it came to me like, it started affecting me. I realized that it started affecting me and made me questions like, man, how do I get out of this? You know, like, whenever I can't cut them off because obviously they're family.
They're in your life.
They're in my life. You know, they're so close to me. And I believe.
Is that kind of like something you would do though? Cut them off?
I don't think so.
Because you've said that twice.
Yeah, like when that disappointment hits, you're like,
so,
done.
okay, let me go back. So I believe I have distanced myself because I've been disappointed. But I know.
She's like, Bible says, cut it off.
Yeah. But I know it's not the right thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I know it because I know forgiveness and I know God. I know God, you know, I know, and I
these
love
are people
them.
you
and
can't cut off.
I can't cut off.
Yeah.
But I would say I have distanced myself, and I'm trying to get out of this funk.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I was thinking as we were like getting ready, like for when we talked about the topics, because again, ladies and gentlemen, like we put the topics out there, but we never discussed anything
That
before.
we're gonna talk
Yeah,
about.
that we're gonna talk about.
Yeah. So when I was saying when this topic came up, I'm all like, how do we move forward? Like, do I know how to move forward, or what do I need to do to move forward? You know, like so. It can be like we talked about disappointment at work, disappointment with friends, disappointment, but like when it's your family or whenever somebody's so close to you that you can't cut
Because it's
off.
more hurtful.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, but you have them there, but then like I don't know what it is, but you know, getting out of that, and I'm all like, it's not like I'm allowed, like, because I can remove myself and I have, but it's not the right thing to do.
Right. Right. So your trust level definitely changes.
But it's more the disappointment part, you know, like it's more like, man, like why, like
Yeah.
you know, like so it's not only in the disappointment does not have to have, you know, because it's easy for me, like, oh, this person did me wrong, oh, they disappointed me, like cut it off, you know. But when you can't cut somebody off, or
how do you deal with it?
yeah, or you can't cut off that job, you know, because you need the income when you can't, you know, like there's always that whenever you can't do something.
Yeah.
So,
for me, it's more like you had said something earlier that really, like, I was like, man, that's totally my situation. Because if we're talking about recent things, we've talked about before that I'm very passive. I'm very like, it's okay, like dismissive of a lot of things.
yeah.
And because I am that way, I think I set myself up for people to hurt my feelings, for people to hurt me. But also like expectations. I allow other people to feel like if they're gonna do something, they can do it to me because I'm forgiving, I'm passive, it won't matter, she's soft-spoken. Like, we've talked about this a lot, like we're all different, and I am the dismissive one. So
And it comes off as nice.
yeah, but
People
that doesn't
take your
mean
kindness
that
for weakness.
yeah. And I'm like, I get discouraged, I get disappointed because I'm not weak, but it hurts my feelings. And then I have to go through this whole process of forgiveness, because forgiveness is hard for me because my emotions are always involved. In everything I do, my emotions are involved because that's just my nature. I don't know. But when we talk about recent disappointments, that's what I always think of is how my character, how I am, kind of sets me up for that to happen to me all the time. So yeah, that's my thing. And it's hard, and I had many situations where I have to go through a process of forgiveness, because like how you're saying, what do we do when that happens?
Yeah.
I have to choose to forgive, and sometimes it's just saying, I forgive,
Choose to forgive.
I forgive, I forgive, and then one day I'm just like, I
do
forgive.
forgive.
It doesn't faze me, it doesn't bother me, like, we're cool. I'm not hurt by you.
Yeah.
And it's a process for me. But yeah, that's happened multiple times in my life.
Have y'all ever been disappointed with God?
Yes.
Tell us.
Not even knowing that I was disappointed with God.
Yeah.
But I was. When we've talked about when I tried to have babies, I was disappointed that God wasn't answering my prayers. God wasn't giving me my heart's desire. And I'm like frustrated because I'm like, this is your word says, like, and I'm like doing all this stuff. And even like the Bible says, test me. And I'm like, and I'm doing that, like I'm doing everything and I'm reading. And I was so committed that this is how God was going to bless me, that I was disappointed that he wasn't. And so it really affected my walk. It affected my belief. It affected my relationship with him. But I won't go too far into that. But yeah, that was a time that I felt disappointed by God, not even knowing
That you
I
were.
set expectations even on God. And we put expectations on God.
We do. And
And-
timelines.
Yeah. And I'm
Yeah.
like, how dare I? But I allowed myself to have those feelings again set myself up for failure. But the whole time God was just looking down like, girl, if you only knew.
I forgive you.
I forgive you.
Yeah, I think I have, but it goes back to before my relationship with Christ. Because I always will be like, well, you're supposed to be so loving and I'm supposed to be your child and you're not taking care of me, or I'm not, I'm going through this and you're not there for me. So prior to that, I was disappointed, and I'm all like, is there, like, started even causing doubt, like, because I put this expectation that God I was gonna be like, he was just gonna save me from everything and not harm me and not go through any kind of disappointment or any kind of like hurt. And when it didn't happen, I was just like, wait, what's going on? But this was before my relationship with Christ. Again, I knew of God, but I didn't know his word. I didn't have a relationship with him. So now that I have a relationship with him, I'm all like, okay, I know why I went through that, or I know why I'm going through this. What am I learning? Okay, God, what are you trying to teach me? Now I can kind of like, but before that, my expectations was just like, okay, I believe in you. I pray. Like, why aren't you coming through?
Because when we don't have a relationship with God, sometimes we treat him like a genie or a vending machine.
And that, exactly.
And that's where we're missing it.
Yeah.
What about you?
Oh, many times. And I had a relationship, real close relationship with him.
And here I am, just wrestling this girl.
I say many times only because they were like deeper, like loss of loved ones. So I had different expectations of the outcome.
Yeah.
And that's when I got disappointed with God. But not knowingly, like you said. I didn't set out to be disappointed with him. I had to realize I was disappointed with him because I was angry. And then I was like, why am I so angry? This is life. It happens. And then God showed me, like, you're angry with me. I'm like, why am I angry with you, though?
No,
and
I love you.
Yes. Right. I love you. And we communicated. And I know you're here for me and all the gratefulness. But then he did show me, like, well, I didn't give you what you wanted. You know, it wasn't the same outcome. So, you know, it's kind of like digging deep when you don't realize it's happening. God really has to be the one to show you. And I'm like, you're right. I am disappointed with you.
That is such a very emotional moment when you realize, like, I am disappointed with you, God, and you're right. Like, I'm angry at you. I'm mad at you. Like, that's a very, very big deal because we feel like we shouldn't say that. I shouldn't feel this. I'm not supposed to.
Yeah. I'm a Christian. I'm supposed to be whatever people
so
think Christians out to be.
So when you come to that realization, you literally break down because
then you're like, I'm sorry for being
so
disappointed in you.
But
your will.
But what about when we are disappointed in ourselves? You know, like,
I've never had that. No, I'm just kidding.
I've been disappointed in myself in a way where mistakes lead up to disappointment.
Yeah.
I think.
Explain.
Like, if I make enough mistakes, I'm trying to think.
Beating a brick wall. Like, come on, girl, we've been here.
Like,
we've
why
been
do you
here. Why
keep
am I
doing
repeating
this? Yes. Like, why do I keep doing this? Then I get disappointed in myself. Like, why can't I do it on my own?
Yeah.
And then I realize, well, I can't do it on my own.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But it doesn't, like, stick.
Yeah.
Not that I let myself off the hook.
Yeah.
Easier than I do everybody else. Yeah. Hey, the bar's low for me.
I'm forgiven. One and done.
Yeah. I'm a daughter of the Most High God. What do you think?
I think the part of like continue going that route, you know, like you said, like continue putting yourself in that same situation.
Yes.
You know, and you're like, man, again? You're at this point again when I, like, literally you were out of it, you know, like, and I know for me, like, it has happened plenty of times. Like, you were going to control your anger, Claudia. What happened? You were going to stop eating to go on this diet, you know, like, and like, you start beating yourself up. Well, you know, I start being hard on myself, you know, and I'm just like, okay.
You know what? You said something so good because I stay disappointed with myself for not being able to exercise the way I know I need to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
For not
discussed
being,
I'm in
like holding yourself
perimenopause.
accountable for something.
Yes. It's so easy for me not to hold myself accountable.
And that goes
but
hand in
I
hand with
need it.
disappointment too. Forgiveness, disappointment, accountability.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like all of those are all tied
Yes.
into all of this topic. For me, disappointment with myself. So I have gone through this whole thing. I mean, divorce was when it really hit me about being disappointed with myself. But when we talk about that, it makes me think. So I made a promise to myself because I had never been so disappointed in myself like I was at that time in my life. And I told myself, never again would I allow people to get me out of my character, who I am, who I know I am. Never will I allow circumstances take me out of my character. Never will I allow anger get me out of my character. So I always have that in my head, like, before you react, you're giving them control over you as a person, and that's not okay. So disappointment in myself was when I looked in the mirror and didn't know who I was anymore. And I was so disappointed that I allowed myself to get to that point that now I'm like, I will never again give anybody permission to make me lash out or
give them the power.
I refuse to. And so when we talk about disappointing in ourselves, like I really want to share that with people because we don't do that enough of like self-reflect.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, there's going to be times where I'm disappointed in myself, but I also have to think about like, do I really want to give you that over me? Whatever, whoever it is, whatever the situation is, I always have to think about me. This is me. You're not going to take me out of character.
Yeah.
This situation is not going to take me out of my character. Like, this is who I am, and I'm going to stand on that. Like, so yeah, there was a time where I was really disappointed in myself, and it completely shifted how I think of everything from then forward.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, that's very good.
So let's talk about unprocessed disappointments. What happens when we don't deal with it?
I would say anger, bitterness. Sometimes we feel like quitting, you know, we don't want to like, we're just like, screw this,
Yeah.
you know, like,
We take
and
it
we
out
take
on
it out.
people. Yes. On people that is not even for.
Nothing, you know, on our
Yes.
kids,
Yeah.
on
And
our
it's not even them.
husbands, on,
Yes.
you know, like, and it's,
We tend to take it out on the people that are close to us because we know, like I tell my husband, sorry, but I do tell him, I'm like, I'm sorry that you get the brunt of it because I know you're my husband. I know you love me. You can see me in the good, the bad, the ugly, and you're going to love me. But unfortunately, he's my outlet on it, and that's not okay. That is not okay. But we take it on the people that don't deserve it because we're harboring it. Like,
Right. Why? Yeah, I was thinking about this earlier. Like, why do I get to the point where I'm so passive instead of addressing it? And there are moments where I'm like, I don't want to address every little thing that bothers me, every little thing I'm disappointed at, because then you start just sounding like you're whining and you're nitpicking at people. But for me, it really does cause me to like want to disconnect.
yeah.
And I have to make
Isolation,
sure I don't
yeah.
disconnect because they don't, like, not everybody deserves that disconnection. Like you said, like you can't do it. You know, some people, you know, you can't set or just, you know, not set boundaries, but be dismissive of and just like, look, I'm cutting all ties with you. Like, we can't do that.
Yeah.
So I also have to remember I can't disconnect from them either.
Yeah.
Like, how am I going to move forward without being angry with them, without being bitter with them, without nitpicking, you know, but still I have to address it. And that's the hard part to figure out. What do you talk about and what don't you talk about? What is just about you and what is really about them and y'all's relationship or whatever situation it may be.
Because should disappointment really lead to disconnection, or are we just not talking about it? Like you're right. Some disappointments shouldn't lead to a disconnection.
Yeah.
But we allow it to get there, and then we look back like,
I could have had an easy conversation with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then some things you just talk about too much and it's not changing. So you're like, why do I have to keep talking about the same thing over and over? It's not changing. But those tend to be the relationships you can't break away from.
Yeah.
So you're like,
keep having that
do you just
conversation?
Yeah, like, okay, I'm not supposed to be passive. How do I tolerate it in love, right? I still gotta love them. I still gotta forgive them. But how do we do that?
I think honestly, like, now that we're talking out loud, I'm over here like, okay, I know what to do.
Like that
I mean, because like sometimes I'm like, you know what? I don't want a relationship with them no more.
Yeah, it's very much. I don't know. I think being honest, like if they truly know your heart, like I don't know. I guess I'm kind of talking about like, have I opened up? Like they probably don't even know that I'm feel this type of way.
Yeah.
Have
And
I been vulnerable?
yes, exactly.
Okay.
Like if I have been vulnerable with them, or if I'm sure they don't even know that this is the way I'm feeling, because I haven't opened up to them. So communication, definitely,
I think sometimes even if people can tell you're upset with them, they don't know to what level. Like they don't know it's disappointment. They just think probably it's attitude.
Yeah.
Oh, she got upset about this, and now she can give me attitude.
Yeah.
They're not going to put two and two
she's
together.
offended.
Yeah.
No, I'm hurt.
People quit to say offense, right? But yeah, hurt. They don't know you're hurt.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I know also, as you were talking, Amale, what about, I know recently I've been feeling more like, you have adult kids. You have adult kids too. I was thinking. And I have an adult kid. And
I am an adult kid, Claudia.
You're her adult kid. We just talked about this.
Hello.
So I'm thinking about it, and I'm all like, there's some time when our kids, I know tend to disappoint us, and we're just like, like you can't cut them off. You can't, like how do you work through it? And this is just I barely have an adult. Like, well, no, she's 19, so she's been an adult for a year already. Yeah. But like it's also like having that heart as we have with our kids, with other people.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's just kind of like, yes, I got frustrated with her. She annoyed me. We had a screaming battle, and then the next day we were fine.
Right.
And all she has to say is like, Mom, I'm sorry, recognize it, like,
yeah.
And she does it because she knows she hurts me, and I'm very vocal about it. But then what about, I'm like, why is it so easy with our kids? Why is it so easy,
with certain people?
With certain people. But then on the other side, I'm just like, man, I wish I had a heart like a kid, how they say like they forgive so easily and forget honestly, and they continue to love even if they like, I don't even, they're so
they bounce back
quickly.
Yeah.
And whenever and when we're in situations, it's just we harbor them, we tend to pull away, we get numb, we get back in our shell, or
I think I get mostly disappointed with people that you had mentioned not being able to communicate with certain people. I think I get mostly disappointed with those people. Now that I'm thinking about it.
With?
Yes, or there's a communication barrier, like something is missing. Even when we do talk, we're not on the same page, or we don't see eye to eye, or the perspective is off. Yeah, it's those people I get like, I want to say irritated.
Because they're not communicating enough, or you're not communicating. Like, there is a barrier there. So, again, expectations play a role.
Maybe it's a forced relationship.
Yeah.
Because if it never changes and nothing ever is really resolved, and we're all just always going to be disappointed, then that's not a real relationship.
Yeah.
But I also can't cut them off, so still.
So I'm still here asking y'all. No.
Right.
I think it goes back to expectations with that. Like, if you know that's how that person is, or certain type of people are, expectations gotta go like this.
Very low. Very low. Like little
very
to none
minimal.
at all expectations. And I still find myself very disappointed. Not all the time. I mean, it happens over time, but I'm like, here we are again. Like you said earlier, like, here we are again. It's been a year. Like, why hasn't it been 2?
What you're talking about and what you just talked about, like you said, when it comes to my kids or to our kids, we can forgive easy, and it's a simple, I'm sorry, move forward. If that's how you feel in your flesh with your kids here on earth, that's how, imagine like God to you. So if we're supposed to be walking in his image, even the most minimal expectation, okay, God, help me walk like you, help me forgive like you, like.
Because at this point, I'm pretty sure he's got really low expectations for me too. I mean,
But
I
that's
don't want to
what
talk
I'm trying to
about
say without.
I'm all like, when you put it like
That's
that,
what I'm trying
all
to say
like,
without
ouch.
saying it. Like the things that you're butting with the most, isn't that a reflection of how we are with him?
Yeah. Maybe, I'm
think
really
about-
trying to dissect this, because I really don't get disappointed too often. And it might also be with, character.
Yeah.
Expectations should be common sense, right? Kindness. Those kind of things are, natural expectations, right?
Yes.
You would think.
You would think. Exactly. So I'm trying to figure out, why am I disappointed, really? Because it's none of my business anyway how people act or what they're doing, and it's not in a judgmental way. So why am I really disappointed? I really think it's character. If you have the same type of character over and over, and you expect people just to put up with it, that is disappointing to me.
Yeah. But you're a fixer too.
Well,
So
She's
your
like, well.
disappointment probably comes because you're trying to fix them instead of just hey, that's who they are.
or I'm expecting them to fix their damn selves.
Yeah. I'm like,
Fix it
all these
already.
things play a part.
I mean, we really, when you get a certain age, first of all, I'm already at that point where things shouldn't matter as much as they matter, right? But you get a certain age where you start looking at things and you're thinking, you're still lying?
Yeah.
Come on.
We're
still doing this?
Yeah.
So because I really don't put that many expectations up. Not even my husband.
Yeah.
I think it goes, then our next thing is choosing to continue anyways. What helps you move forward even with broken expectations? So as we're going through this, what has helped you move forward or us move forward to continue having the people that we can't cut off, continue having that job that we need, continue having, ourselves, we can't get rid of ourselves, right? Continue get disappointed
I'd be
by ourselves.
disappointed myself.
I like these points here. So I think that we should say them
Read
out
them?
loud and then just elaborate on them. So one of them was reframing. This didn't work out, but what is this teaching me? That's a good point.
Yeah, it shifts your whole mindset of the whole situation.
I think that's what I've when I've said okay, when we go through situations, I'm always God, what are you trying to teach me? God, what are you trying to show me? But now,
especially with the people you can't get rid of.
yeah.
What are you trying to teach me? Why are they still in my life or in front of me, or why am I stopping to deal with them? Well, you're probably related to them, first of all. But they're probably a child.
What am I supposed to be learning that I'm not learning, so I'm hitting that brick wall again?
Right.
What am I missing?
Yes.
Take the focus off of them. What am I missing?
Yes. The next point is recentering your hope in God and not just the outcome. So good. I mean, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
If we didn't have enough points, let that be the mic drop.
Because, we always got to bring it around to God, otherwise I'd lose my mind.
Yeah.
And okay, Lord, we hear you.
Yeah.
And then the last one is finding joy and purpose in the middle, not just when it's all better. So can you imagine, like I mentioned earlier, the only time I was ever disappointed with God was when I lost people. In the midst of that, I was grateful. I was joyful. I was still, but this is where I messed up. So we're believers, right?
Yeah.
And we do believe that God can raise the dead, right? Yeah. That's the kind of faith we have. We're he can do it. He did it with Lazarus.
Yeah.
So when you're that kind of believer, he can do miracle signs and wonders.
I still know.
When you're in a situation where you're he could do it for me too. And you're not going to let no one tell you otherwise.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
Disappointment, right?
Yes.
Wait a minute. You've raised the dead. If you want me to rely on your word, you're the rock of my faith, and then you didn't do it.
Yep.
Right? That's real disappointing. But I was very grateful.
Yeah.
I was grateful for what I thought he was going to do.
Yeah. And
Huge difference, right?
And the other bulletin of what did it say? Something about what was it teaching me? So in that moment, you didn't know you were learning something. You thought you were being joyful in the middle,
and
but
learning,
later on, you realize you learned a lot in that time.
So much. His will, not mine.
Yeah, there's a lot to learn.
Yes, I had joy.
Yeah.
I found purpose. I learned so much. I got closer with God.
Yeah.
But at the end, I was still disappointed.
Yeah.
But I learned His will, not mine.
Yeah.
I was so fixated on the outcome.
And sometimes, like, if you're in the middle of going through something, you don't realize what you're learning at that time.
Yes.
But later on, you'll look back and think, like, you were teaching me something that
The whole time.
I think it happens with anything, like because you're in the midst of it, you know, you're like, you're going through it. It's just at the end of the day, it's consuming you at
And
the
let's
moment.
be honest,
yeah.
when you go for prayer, people are like, we're believing in miracles, right?
Yes.
They tell you that. So they add to your hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Now I'm disappointed in them
Standing
too.
Oh, goodness, we're not going far, are we?
No one told me, but what if it doesn't happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me take this back. Let me rewind. With my brother, I was cool. If it doesn't even happen, God, I'm good with you.
Yeah.
My dad is the one who I was disappointed with, which is really crazy because I didn't even have a really good relationship with my dad when he passed away. So my expectation of things that were going to get better got taken away, and that was the lesson I learned.
Yeah.
What I didn't even realize it though. You know, I
Yeah.
was like, why am I so mad at you, God? Like, I asked my brother, who I was extremely close with. My dad, I kind of expected it. I mean, he was a drug addict, right? So you expect kind of those things. You grow up expecting this is his life, and this might be what takes him out.
Yeah.
But
When you got that little glimpse of hope that things could be better.
yeah, there was no restoration. How dare you take him from me?
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
But we don't have time for all of it.
When I think of finding joy, like in the middle of, what did it say? Finding joy and purpose in the middle, not just when it's better. I think about my situation with the disappointment of not being able to have kids. So my joy came from, okay, well, if I don't have my kids yet, if I haven't been blessed yet, if I haven't all this yet, then I'm going to be a fun aunt. I'm going to be the friend that helps at all the baby showers. I'm going to be the friend that helps plan all the birthday parties. So I found joy in that season in regards to children. I didn't allow myself to avoid children. Because sometimes we do that. If we're in a season of disappointment, we will cut things off.
Yeah.
And it's not just people. It could be circumstances.
Places, things.
Yeah. So I didn't allow myself to disconnect from the very thing that I was discouraged about.
Yeah.
So I instead rechanneled that, and I was like, no, I'm going to be a great aunt to the babies that are in my family. I'm going to be a very great cousin. I'm going to be a good friend. So finding the joy in the middle of my discouragement, that was my way of doing it.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Did you do all that with the expectation of you're going to give it to me one day anyway?
No, I really got to a point in my life where I accepted that I wasn't meant to be a mom.
And do
that
you
was
still add
so
those
hard.
words yet and not right now? Or like you're like, I'm
No,
good
I
with
was
it
content.
if I'm not going to be.
I ended up being content with, it's just not for me.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen. Like, God gave me this love in my heart for children that are around me.
Yeah.
Like, I literally, the disappointment set in so much that I started, like, accepting it. And whatever situation that you're in, the disappointment may be so much that you start making justifications.
Right.
And so, yeah, I quit saying yet. I quit doing all that. And then I just started feeling like, this
really
is what it is.
accepting it.
Yeah, and once I accepted it, everything changed.
That's good. That's why
Because I was living life in my singleness where this is probably going to be it forever. Like, I don't know if I'm going to meet somebody else. I didn't even know if I wanted to get married again. I was so upset and so hurt that I didn't even know if I wanted even that.
Yeah.
So once I accepted all this disappointment and started living my life outside of that, that's when God interfered and changed everything, because now I wasn't focused on it. I wasn't trying to manipulate things.
Yes. So you got to your place of your will, not mine.
Without knowing.
That's good.
I'm trying to think, like, finding the joy. I keep on going back, and I'm sure I have found the joy in different situations, but I think I get so consumed with the issue that I don't realize it until the end that I was learning a lesson. I don't know if that makes sense. Like, I don't know. I think like learning I feel like we never stop learning, right? So I think learning right now to view the joy in the middle of the mess is something that I'm still working on, you know, because I get so, and this is just a personal problem for me, you know, like, or a personal struggle. I don't know what you can call it, but it's just kind of like, after I pass it, I'm like, oh, I'm okay with what happened, you know, because I'm like, oh, yeah, you know, but right now I'm just kind of, as I'm reading this and I'm just like, when, in what situation, like, and then I go back to like, oh, whenever I was homeless or whenever I was struggling with Natalie, like, I was so consumed by the issue that I didn't see the joy that, hey, me and my daughter were, you know, we're good. You know, we have a car kind of thing, you know.
Yes. I think a lot of people have a hard time doing that in the midst of the struggle, the disappointment.
Yeah.
They have a hard time seeing, what am I going to be joyful for?
So
what is there to be thankful for?
Now, when I say I'm working on it or something, I can say that I've came a long way, because now I do have problems. I do have issues. Like I mean, it's life. We go through stuff. But right now I feel like I don't really get consumed. I continue, you know, like I'm all like, I'm not so fixated on the bad thing, you know, like I'm all like, all right, let's go to the park.
There still is joy.
You know, like I still, it's something, it's little, I can't pinpoint like an actual thing. Like I try to go back and I'm all like, no, I really wasn't.
But I'm glad
See
you're
the
bringing-
joy.
You're processing it well.
And I'm glad you're bringing that up, because people may be watching and thinking like, oh, I don't remember any joy about anything I went through. But that doesn't mean you can't find joy in the stuff that you're going through right now.
Yeah.
You can make changes. We change and we grow. So if you can't find joy in something from your past, well, create joy right now in the midst of your.
And I think that's what it is, you know, like I'm just like, man, we couldn't go on that family vacation because we couldn't afford it, you know, but hey, we're going to spend the weekend here in town, like doing something, you know. I can always see the positive side of it, you know, like I'm not so fixated, like, man, they don't pay me enough, it's my job, or start, you know, like I'm actually like, okay, well, we couldn't go that route, let's pivot, you know, kind of thing. So I think it's easier now. I can say it, you know, now I feel like I see the joy, and I'm all like, okay, God, there's a reason why we're not doing this, there's a reason why we're not going that route, so we're gonna go ahead and do this, and let me know, you know. And but going back, I'm just like, in my past, I'm just like, I do remember those times. You know, now this is me now, you know, but I do remember those times when I didn't see that. I was just like, everything was so negative. But I do believe we always have a choice. You know, we have a choice of either continuing feeling sorry for ourselves, continuing to be disappointed in ourselves, continue to be disappointed in our situation or the people around us, but it's not okay to stay in that situation. I mean, in that mindset, you know, like you have to, people are going to disappoint you. You got to learn to be able to see the joy, you know, like, and whatever that may be, like, it's whenever you're like, man, my car broke down. Well, my car ran out of gas or whatever. Well, maybe I was going to have an accident.
Right, maybe you missed an accident.
You know,
I always say that, or if I'm running late, which it's not a God problem, right? That's a me problem. But I always think, okay, well, I still need to drive slow, right? I still can't speed there and be reckless. So I'm thinking like, okay, God, I am running late, but thank you that I'm safe. Thank you that I'm mindful. It's still, it's that whole, the glass is halfway empty or it's halfway full mindset. I remember going through disappointment after disappointment and being consumed and really learning like, okay, am I going to be a problem solver Is this going to be a person? Am I going to be a person who finds solutions, or am I going to be the one creating problems, adding to the problem? And I tell my husband this all the time. I'm like, solve the problem.
Don't come to me with the problem. Come to me with the solution to the problem.
Yes, come to me with solutions. Let's figure it out. But before, I used to be the negative one, the one complaining, the one, because I was always disappointed in something, not knowing that I was probably looking down on people, maybe. Like, who are you to be so disappointed? God had to really humble me.
Yeah.
But that's when I decided, okay, you know what? I'm going to be a problem solver. I am going to be the person who tries to figure it out.
I didn't say nothing that time.
Because I want to be positive and I want to add positivity to the situation, not continue to add problems to the situation. So, I'm still working on it.
Yeah. I think we're all work in progress. We're not, just because we're like talking about this is not saying that we don't struggle with it. Like we continue to work on ourselves every single day. We continue to see the joy in when we're in the middle of it. We continue to, focus on like, okay, there's a reason. Oh, you have a choice. Oh, you have, at the end of the day, you have a choice to either like, not set expectations, continue to love on them, forgive, and if it's something that you feel like you can't do, well, then that sounds like it's a you problem. You have to learn how to like,
self-evaluate.
Yeah, like self-evaluate and kind of like move forward. Like, what is going on if this is something? And obviously, like we are praying women. I talk to God. Or,
I go to Him with like, what is wrong with me? Why does this bother me so much?
Please expose it. Put it on the billboard. And I've had those prayers where like, God, if it's me, like if this is your will, if this is what I have to do, like please make it loud and clear. Please put it on a billboard with flashing lights and just saying Claudia pointing at it. Something.
Let somebody call me out, please, because I'm tired of dealing with myself.
And then they do.
And they do.
And then we're like,
we get offended.
Well,
I mean, it hurts, it stings, but we accept it. Like, okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I don't get offended with that. I'm like, you're right. I knew it. God sent you to tell me. Because at that point, I'm already like at my wit's end. Like I need somebody to get in my face and tell me.
No, because sometimes we do because we don't see it. We're so consumed. We're so focused on the issue, on the mess that you need. And it goes back to also, it talks about here, who or what helped you keep going? Your circle.
Yeah. I need somebody to get in my face, like seriously.
Yeah, your circle. It's just.
Right now, I'm the type like,
We knew that by your answer.
And then later on, I'm like, dang, they were right. But in the moment, how dare you?
You were wrong.
The audacity.
And we've spoken. I mean, I've spoken on here that I'm very much like, who do I want to text, Vanjie or Casey? Like,
you have options
about this because y'all know it goes two different ways.
Half the time, you're the one like, friend, you're wrong.
Yeah. It's all in how you deliver it.
Then I'm all like, okay, never mind, Vanjie. But then I go back and I read the message and I'm just like, whatever. I don't take lightly with what my friends tell me, and I'm all like you said, I'm just like, no, that's wrong. But then it sticks to me, it's in my head. You already said it, and I'm just processing it. It takes time. It's not going to happen from night or day. It's not like, but it takes time for you like to realize this. And I'm just like, all right. But it goes back to like, sometimes we're so consumed with the issue that we don't see what we are doing wrong, what we have control of with ourselves, that we need people to call you out.
Yeah. I'm going to say 99% of the time, it's me.
I'm like, I'm right. 99% of the time, I'm right.
No, not right. It's me. Like I can learn something, figure it out, like change something. Like I'm the problem.
Yeah.
Not the problem. I don't want to say the problem, but it's always going to come back to I can have more grace.
Yeah.
I can be more understanding. I can be more merciful. I mean, that's what God shows me.
Yeah.
Regardless if they're right or wrong. Which they're wrong.
I just want to. I want to bring.
No. I'm just playing. But even like he doesn't even show me the other person.
Yeah.
He doesn't point their flaws out
God's
to
not
me.
going to correct them to
No.
you. He's going to correct you to you.
Yes. Yeah. So 99% of the time, it's always going to come back to what can I change and how can I be better and do better.
And speaking of disappointment, okay, because back to disappointment. When we said God's not going to correct other people to you, we have to remember that, because sometimes we get disappointed with God because we're like, fix them, correct them.
Why do you
show
let them do this?
Yeah, and God's like, I'm trying to work on you, and you don't see it.
Yes.
So
That's the problem with God. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Lord.
But yes, if you're thinking of a situation or whatever you're going through right now, maybe God's dealing with you.
Yep. It's an inward look. It's an inward revelation.
And it's not only that, like we get so mad at the other person. We get so mad at that job. We get so mad at whatever it is that you're disappointed in. But we can't control that. But the thing that the person we can't control is ourselves, how we react to it, how we respond, how we respond, and how we can move forward, you know, like, and it's not going to happen like the next day or the next week or probably not even the next month, but
it is a choice.
Yes.
You gotta make every single day. It's a choice.
And people are going to continue to disappoint you, continue to hurt you, not only people but situations. We're gonna be put in situations. We are gonna get tested, you know. But it's how we react, and it's a self-growth. So, how do you move forward from disappointment? It's just self-evaluate yourself and see. Like I always say, like, okay, was I reacting with the fruits of the spirit? You know, I always kind of like go back and I'm like, well, I guess I can work more on having more grace, you know, and stuff like that. So. It's always stop trying to. It'll be so easy if we can control everything, and we think it's easy to control every situation and everybody.
But then we would be God.
Yeah,
we would be God and wouldn't need God.
Yeah, true. So
life is just going to be unfair, and we have to accept that it's going to be unfair. And what can we do to make things better or be better people?
Being stuck in bitterness and resentment, and you know, and this is the Lord talking to me, because I'm literally like, God is speaking to me like, yes, it's only affecting me.
That's right. That's
you know,
you're
it's
the only
one
in this situation. You are a prisoner now, ma'am.
So now I'm just like, man, like I'm feeling this way, and they're living their life, and they're
nobody's hurt, and nobody's bitter
like you said earlier, they probably don't even know.
They don't even know, and it's hindering me, and it's hurting me, and it's making me feel some type of way.
Yeah.
And I'm letting it, and I'm allowing it, because I'm not talking. I'm not like I pulled myself away. You know, I pulled like. The only person that's getting isolated is me.
Yeah.
You know, so like at the end of the day, you have a choice, and
and you can choose to communicate things, communicate better. Also, when you communicate disappointment, you don't want to be like, you did this, you made me feel this, you. No, because people don't have control over how you feel.
Yeah.
Or how you take things. You have to own it. Be responsible and be accountable for it. This is how I felt.
And I will tell on myself, because there are some times where Banji's like, you made this person feel this way. And I'm like, no, I didn't. That's not what I said. That's not my fault. They took it that way. Like, those words did not come out of my mouth. And instead of being like, wow, I didn't mean it that way. Like, let me reach out. Let me call. Like, let me mend things. Because like you're saying, like taking accountability, like, I may not have meant it that way, but if that's how they took it, let's clean this up. Like, but no, I don't do that. I'm just like, they took it how they took it. That's between them and God.
Okay,
guys.
So I know we've all been disappointed. I know we're not the only ones that have been disappointed. I know that we go through it. I mean, life is lifing. Let's say that. So. I mean, send us a message, comment, like let us know when was the time that you felt disappointed, and or give us some nuggets, like how did you move on? Like we spoke of some, but if you have some nuggets, how do you move forward from that disappointment, or what did you do? Let us know. I mean, help other women or other listeners know how you did it, because what worked for us might not work for you.
Yeah, I do
You know.
want to say that as long as it is attached to forgiveness, you can't go wrong. So I just want to throw that
Yes.
out there. Because, some people think that they're not disappointed and they're moving on and they're just holding grudges.
They're stacking.
You're stacking.
Before we go, I wanted to share this quote that says, disappointment is real, but so is your strength to continue. So just remember that and know that thank you guys for listening to another episode. And I hope you guys chime in, comment, like, subscribe. If you know, we say this every time, like if you know somebody that is struggling or somebody that can relate to this podcast, share it with them. That's all you have to do is just send them the link and let God do the rest.
Yeah, just share no matter what, because we are reaching so many people on so many levels that it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, and
so continue to share.
Yes, we don't need, it's been like the feedback that you guys give us, it definitely helps out, but we see like how people chime in and saying like, oh my God, I didn't see it that way or something like that. So I hope you guys tune in and just continue to share, continue to like, subscribe and everything. And don't forget, if you guys are sorry guys, in any of our platforms, we tune in for Motivational Monday. What do we have on?
TikTok Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Which seems to be everybody's favorite. Yes.
Then Thought for Thursday.
And Faith-Filled Fridays.
Yes. So, all right, guys. Well, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. And just remember that you're not alone.
You're not consumed.
Another is in the fire.
Bye, guys.